Leon was born on the south side of Chicago in 1922. He began dancing at the age of 12 or 13, studying first with Oronto James Buckner, a local dance instructor. Like most of the black dancers of his generation, he developed his craft by dancing on street corners for pocket change, and by getting together with friends around pool halls and local theaters.
It's always a competition, I mean, even today, you know, so, and how it would start. He said, hey, here's a step that I made up. And so I'd look at it, so naturally I got to come up with one as good or better, you know.
By 15 or 16, he had begun to work local nightclubs and bars. By 17, he was supporting himself in his chosen trade. Blessed with fast feet, a keen ear, and a competitive nature, Leon became quite successful locally. Seeking new performing avenues, he moved to Detroit in 1941, where he met and married the blues singer Tina Dixon.
He's built like a sailor, fights like a Marine. He's a big bad private buck. Ooh, 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 ee-bop-a-lee-bop. 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 Ee-bop-a-la-bo, dee-bop-a-la-bo-blee-bop.
Early in 1942, the big band leader Jimmie Lunceford invited Tina Dixon to New York to sing with his orchestra under a 5-year contract. That break for Tina was to become an important break for Leon as well.
Here comes the opening day for Tina to open at the Apollo Theater. Jimmie Lunceford, he says, Dusty Fletcher missed the plane, and so we're 1 act short. So she says, well, my husband is a tap dancer, and he's sitting out in the audience. Would you give him a chance? She came out in her gown, I mean, because it was getting ready to, she says, honey, run home and get your costumes right quick. You got a chance.
I said, this is my husband. Or what does he do? I say, he does gangs of dancing. Gangs of dancing. I said, yes, he's great. Oh, okay then. So they gave him the name, Gangs of Dancing, and put him on the show.
That band played my music perfect. I stopped the show, and when I come off, Jimmie Lunceford's partner, they were partners, but he was my manager. He said, you know the contract that your wife signed for 5 years? How would you like to sign one? I said, give me the pen quick.
His 5 years with the Lunceford Orchestra established Leon as a proven act. After Lunceford's death in 1947, he would freelance with well-known names such as the Earl Hines Band, the Erskine Hawkins Band, and Billie Holiday. His act during these years was a medley of popular songs recreated here in a 1984 rehearsal. In the late 40s, Leon adapted this act for a duo he formed with dancer Buddy Lee.
I've only had 4 partners in my life, and Buddy was my 3rd partner. The way I met him, I was in the Apollo, and his wife, she came backstage and said her husband liked the way that I danced, and he was bashful, or he was ashamed to talk to me. I said, sure, why not? I'm no big deal, you know. I talked to him for a year before I even let him get beside me, because I had worked a lot of big things, and I was just trying to tell him different things about the business and teach him at the same time.
He did all the choreography, and I just fell right in with it, because he's a great teacher, you see. And of course, once we started doing the act, you know, the 10 minutes that we did on the floor, and all between the shows, it was rehearsal, 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 rehearsal. You know, like it was non-stop dancing all day.
Collins and Lee achieved a limited degree of success in the early 50s, appearing with such bands as Tito Puente and Louis Jordan. They drifted apart, however, as work became scarce. Leon would freelance for 10 more years, but already at age 30, his early career was beginning to peak.